Okay, so I want to talk about 3 ways that you can start to use your reticular activating system to make the rest of your life the best of your life. Hi, my name's Christine L. Conroy. Welcome to Happy Stuff and Fluff, a channel for women over 50 who are getting happy and growing younger. Yes, and I really mean that. That wasn't a kind of clickbaity thing to say. If you can get to grips with your RAS, it is really going to help you. It helps me. I know I'm joking about it. It's helped me. It helps me every day, and I'm going to show you how to do that. First of all, the most popular way that people put their RAS to good use is when setting goals. So that's what I want to talk about. And if you watched the first video, I explained what the reticular activating system actually is. Please watch that video if you haven't done. What it is, your RAS, is a kind of centre of attention in your brain. So amongst other things, it's a filter system, and it filters out or filters the billions of information that your brain is bombarded with on a daily basis. Your reticular activating system, or RAS, filters out those bits of information and only presents to you what's important to you or what you are focusing on. And that way you don't end up like this, overloaded with information. So basically that's what it is. Now, if your RAS filters to you what you focus on, then what we established in the last video was that you need to start taking control of it and priming it to focus on things that you do want and not the things that you don't want, or to focus on the things that you want to attract in your life. So you have to start focusing on the right thing. Now, I'm not suggesting this is an easy thing to do. If it were easy, we would all be getting everything we want all of the time. It takes practice. You have to put the effort in like everything else. But believe me, once you start to do things and see it working, then you'll really understand that this is the way you need to be living your life, basically. Okay, so let's have a look at goals then. Well, you know that, perceived wisdom tells us that you need to write down your goals. We know those people who are most successful don't just think about the things they want, they write them down. They concretize them and write them down. So remember, we've done goal setting before. Remember to use pen and paper if you can. There is something about the connection of the handwriting to the brain that helps you learn better, or helps, as I say, to concretize an idea. It's obviously, if you want to do it on computer, do that, but there's something about writing them down that works better. Use Whoop SMART goals. I'll leave a link to that if you don't know what they are. And once you've done that, so you've established what you want, it's your overall umbrella goal that you want to achieve, and you've used Whoop, you've used SMART goals, and you start to chunk it down, so you've got your overall goal. Keep looking at your overall goal. Try and narrow it down to one sentence and put that sentence everywhere you can see it so that you will focus on it. On a post-it note on your bathroom mirror, or on your screensaver, on a pretty card, notelet card in your purse, and keep looking at it. This is where we are focusing on what we do want deliberately, so that the reticular activating system is going to kick itself into action for you and start filtering out things that will help you to achieve those things. Have you ever heard someone say they put something out into the universe and then it comes back to them? This is what we're talking about. This is exactly what we're talking about. Now, spend time focusing on your goal and visualize it. Now, if that word turns you off, and I know it turns a lot of people off, it simply means imagining. It simply means imagining. So you think you can't visualize. Close your eyes a second. Don't think about a white polar bear in a pink bikini. Did you see a white polar bear in a pink bikini? Of course you did. You visualised it. You visualised it. The pink polar bear, that's visualisation. It's simply imagining something. Closing your eyes and focusing on it will help you to do that. But when you visualise, you have to visualise yourself as having achieved the goal, because of course that's what you want. You want to achieve the goal. Now you ought to have written down in your Whoop Smart goals how that's going to make you feel, what kind of person are you going to be, where are you going to be. So if I was visualising a brand new home, then I'd be able to visualise every room. I would know how I felt about it. I could visualise the person I'm going to, believe me, I can do it. The person I will be when I live in this amazing home. That's what we're talking about. It's a feel-good thing to do anyway. It releases dopamine when you do these kind of things. So on both sides, that's a good thing to do, and try to do that every day, okay? What you'll be doing, who you'll be with, really be creative about it. That's the overall goal. Now then, most crucially, you need to also visualize the process of actually getting there. So when you've chosen your goal and then you chunk it down into small steps that you're going to take in order to achieve your goal, visualize each small step. So each small step becomes a mini goal that's going to take you to your big goal. So visualize the mini goal the same way as you do the large one. I can't tell you how much more effective your goal setting will be if you do this, just simply visualizing the small goals, the process. And you know all about how to do this then take action. This is not a magic bullet. You cannot close your eyes and visualize a Jag or a Lamborghini in your drive and expect it to arrive. Well, what will happen, or probably will happen, is what happened to me with the white car. If what you want is a Lamborghini, then you're going to start seeing Lamborghinis all over the place, which is going to motivate you to take action on the smaller things in order to get you to your Lamborghini. You see how this is working? You see how this is working when you put it down and start doing it step by step? Taking the right action is crucial to your success at goal setting. But that's how you put your reticular activating system to use for your goals. Okay, the next thing, your problems. How do you do this? Well, it's easy, and I've said it before. Be more solution focused. The problem is what you have, is what you don't want. The solution to that problem is what you do want. Ergo. Oh, I always wanted to say that. Who says ergo? You're speaking. You don't, do you? Well, I just did. So, yeah, ergo. Your solution is what you want. That's what you're focusing on. Your reticular activating system is kicked into gear and starts finding things for you to notice that's going to help you with the solution to your goal. Let me take you back to part 1. Please watch part 1 if you haven't done already, where we did the green and blue exercise. Okay, so imagine green is your problem. Okay, you closed your eyes, you focused on the green. When you open your eyes, all you saw was the green, which is the problem. You didn't see the solution, which was the blue, which was there all the time, but you didn't see it because you weren't looking. This is it. This is how you need to approach your problems. It is difficult, I know. Oh, but I can't tell you, this is what got me through the last 3 years. This is what has got me through the last 3 years with everything that happened with Charlotte. And I'll come to that in a second, how we used it in that sense. But if you have a problem and you think about the best possible outcome for you in that situation, and try to focus on that. And then once again, take the right action. Okay, now what about everyday living? How do you use your reticular activating system to help you on a day-to-day basis? Well, going back to what I just said there about best possible solutions, an everyday situation, hopefully not for you guys, but it was for me for a while, going to the hospital and having hospital appointments. Charlotte and I would discuss before we went to the appointment, what do we want to achieve from this meeting? What is our goal? Because again, if any of you, and I'm sure many of you have, you go to a hospital appointment and everything happens, they take control, they talk to you about what they want to talk to you about, and when you come out, you're so befuddled with everything they've said, oh, I forgot to ask this, or you don't get an answer to the issue you wanted an answer to before you went in. Charlotte and I would discuss it before we went. What's the best possible solution here? Now, of course, Charlotte was terminally ill. You have to be realistic, and, yes, we were realistic, but still, you have, right, what's the best we can hope for? What can we achieve here? What can we get out of it that was going to help Charlotte in that sense? And that's what we did. That's how we approached every meeting. And you think about that beforehand, you focus on that, and it works. It happens. And that will work with any meeting that you have, any business meeting that you have. Before you go into that meeting, spend a few minutes with your eyes closed, visualizing the best possible outcome for you from that meeting. And that's, it may not go exactly the way you want, but you've more chance for certain of steering that conversation and coming out with a good outcome than you would if you didn't do it. Another thing is, even before you make a phone call, just take a quick second. What do I want out of this phone call? Even if it's just a phone call with a friend. What do I need? What do I want from this call? Get that in your mind, and then just let your Raz take over. It really does work. Now, bringing it right down to the mundane, finding things you've lost, and in my case, finding my keys. If I lose my keys now, or anything, in fact, if I lose a lipstick, let's say, then I close my eyes a second and I visualize this lipstick. Close my eyes, think about what it looks like, and then continue to look for it. With a set of keys, I do the same. Instead of just manically searching for my keys, stop for a second, think about my keys, what do they look like, and then open my eyes and start look. Might sound ridiculous. Try it. Try it. So those are 3 great ways that if you put your reticular activating system on it, you are going to improve your life tenfold, I promise you. So that's with your setting goals, that's with your problems, and that's with things in every day. Find ways yourself to put your Raz, or to get your reticular activating system consciously working for you. Obviously, you can't do that like straight away, right now, this very minute, but you will do. You'll start to do things. Write it down, what happened, and let me know, because I'd love to know. I would really love to know that the things I'm telling you here, you put to good use and you get benefit from. I know you will. Just want to hear back from you about how you did. Okay, did you find that information valuable? Give me a thumbs up if you did. And please, can I ask you, share this video with your friends. Share it with someone who you know is going to benefit from it, and it will help them, it will help you, and it will also help me, because the more you do that, the more people get to see it organically on YouTube. So that would be great if you would do that for me. I really do hope that you do this and that you get the benefit from it. Okay, so you do that, and I'm going to go off now because somebody's just appeared down below my balcony playing a violin. No, they're not serenading me. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm going to go and find out. Okay, I'll see you next time. And until then, remember that on the Happy Stuff and Fluff, we are getting happy and growing younger. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.